What's going on, guys? Xshinx here, and I'm back this time with a mod spotlight video, my very first one. And this time we are going over the More Swords mod, and it does as the name suggests, it adds more swords to the game. And it adds 14 new swords to the game, as well as 13 enchantments. Although 2 enchantments, that's why there are only 11 here, 2 enchantments have been removed due to bugs in this version. So eventually they'll come back once the not full version, but once the updated version has come out. And so with the enchantments, for some odd reason, like, not odd reason, but it kind of confuses me, but the mod owner on the Minecraft forum topic page, he grouped the enchantments per sword. So if you check out the Minecraft forum page, which you really should, link will be in the description, he grouped the blaze enchantment with the blaze sword, which, you know, makes sense. But he also grouped up blood pool, vitality, and feast with the blood sword. And he didn't group an enchantment with the bone sword. He didn't group an enchantment with the infinity sword. So I don't really know which enchantment goes on where, on which sword. I can only really go by the name here. So like the end eye sword, it obviously goes to the end pulse. So I'm just going off of the Minecraft topic page with the enchantments on the sword. So yeah, you can really experiment with the enchantments on your own if you download the mod. Also, a link will also be in the description as always. So it's actually turning nighttime soon. Shit. Time set 0. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So we're gonna go with the blaze sword first, and you need 1 blaze rod, 2 iron ingots, and 2 gold ingots to make this. And the blaze enchantment, it's basically a fire aspect enchantment, and yeah, as it does fire damage to any mob you hit. And the amount of damage it does depends on the level of the enchantment. Obviously, level 1 doing the least amount of damage, I think it is like 1.5 hearts, level 2 doing 2 hearts, and level 3 doing 2.5 hearts of damage. So obviously it goes by levels here, and yeah. On to the next sword, it is the blood sword. Now, like I said, I'm going off of how the mod creator grouped them in his in the Minecraft topic page. So blood pool, vitality, and feast were all grouped together. So I'm gonna go over them, and I can really only go over one of them, which is vitality. Feast I really can't because, well, I'll go into it when I talk about the enchantments. So let's go over vitality first, since it's the only one I can really show off. So you right click and it gives you an instant health bonus. It gives you a speed buff for 1 minute and resistance for 2 minutes. And yeah, it just basically adds up. Like with every enchantment out there, it does vary with the enchantment level. Obviously 1 doing the least and 3 doing the most. And yeah, so then blood pool is next, and the description of blood pool is it basically every hit you do to a mob. Like, alright, so I did 9 hearts of damage there because this does, well, 3 hearts of damage each hit, but 6 half hearts, if that made sense. So technically I did 6 times 3, I did 18 hearts of damage there. So if I die, I will regen those 18 hearts, and I will be alive. So it's basically, I don't know how to really put this or explain it and give an example, but it's actually kind of difficult to explain. Once again, you can read it on the Minecraft forum page, topic page in the description. And feast, it basically gives a chance to replenish some of the sword's durability on hit. I can't really show this because the F3 and H thing doesn't really work anymore. Yeah, it doesn't really work anymore. So yeah, I can't really show that. The bone sword, nothing really too extravagant. No special enchantments was set on this. It only does 3 attack damage. So yeah, nothing really special about that. The glass sword does 5 attack damage. I think it's equal to an iron sword. Let's go check that out right now. 5, 6 actually. Alright, so it's 1 less than an iron sword. And this did have an enchantment on it. It's Shatter, but like I said, due to a bug, it has been removed. But basically, Shatter, once the sword breaks, it'll, like, technically, it'll send pieces of glass flying everywhere and damaging the enemies near it. So that's basically what Shatter did. Okay, so let's put this in here so I have more room in my hotbar. The next one is the Infinity Sword. It does 7 attack damage, the same thing as a diamond sword. Oh shit, I totally forgot to go over what you need to make these things. So with the blood sword, very unprofessional here, you need 1 stick, 2 obsidian, 2 redstone, 5 bones for the bone sword, 1 stick and 2 glass for the glass sword. And for the Infinity Sword, you need 1 stick, 2 blocks of iron, and 4 iron ingots. So that's 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 4, 22 iron ingots to make the Infinity Sword, and there are no special enchantments set to the Infinity Sword. The next sword is the Lapis Sword. Now I'll show you what it does, or what greed does, the enchantment set onto it. And so let's game mode, I think 0 it is. Yeah, 0. And you see I have 8 levels. I'll kill a spider. This is supposed to level me up, but I don't think by this much. Let's do it again. As you see, it's basically a looting and fortune basically on your sword, and it just adds the XP and loot to it. As you see, I got 42 string. Oh shit. I did not mean to spawn a creeper. I really didn't. So, let's see. Yeah, it's basically an XP farm. Alright, so the next one, let's switch over to creative again. The next sword is the Molten Sword. It does 4 attack damage and nothing really special about, or no really special enchantments for this one. It's nothing really special, no enchantments. But for the Aqueous Blade, it has Ice Aura 3, and this basically slows down mobs. As you see, he's going really slow here. And yeah, it basically applies a slowing effect, so mobs can't really catch up to you. Alright, that's basically it for Ice Aura. Now the next one is the Master Sword. Now this did have 1 more enchantment to it. It had 2 enchantments. The first one being, I forgot the name Blessed. That's the one. It used to have an enchantment called Blessed, and it's basically Smite. It does more damage to undead mobs, and the one that actually works is Expedite, and basically this is what it does. It's basically the Song of Passing, or whatever the fuck it was. I remember Song of Passing from Wind Waker because that's the most recent Zelda I played. I just replayed it like a few weeks ago. So yeah, Expedite basically just controls time in Minecraft. I forgot by how much, because you know time has value here. See, time set 0 and then time set 60. So yeah, I don't really know by how much. You can go check in the Minecraft forum topic page, as I always say. And I can't fucking switch here. And for the Draconic Blade, you need 1 stick, 1 diamond, 2 redstone, and 4 blocks of iron to make the Draconic Blade. No real special enchantment on this either. So it does the same amount of damage as a diamond sword. And now this one is really cool, but it has a bug to it. And it's the Ender Eye Sword, or Eye End Sword, which has 2 Eye of Enders, 4 diamonds, and 1 stick. And it does 1 more damage than a diamond sword. So it's actually fairly cheap to make, actually. And as you see, I just explained what it does right there. It's actually pretty cheap to make. 4 diamonds, obviously. That's probably the hardest one to get. But as you see here, if you right click, it's supposed to act like an ender pearl and go to wherever you're pointing. But as you see, it just, I don't know what it is, but it just teleports you along the x-axis. So you have x coordinates, and it just teleports you along the x-axis. seems like 6 blocks or 10 blocks. It was just 10 blocks there. I don't know why it's a bug that they need to fix also. So yeah, well, that's the iron sword for you. And now we have the Aether's Guard. Now this is a really cool sword, and you need 2 feathers, 2 iron ingots, 2 diamonds, and 2 glowstone, and 1 stick for you to craft it. And the Ascension enchantment, it also does 7 attack damage on the side there, and the Ascension enchantment, it just sends them up flying up in the air. And for some reason, like, it's really laggy. Like you see, they're just burn, like really fast. So I'm not sure if they take fall damage or not. But it just like sends them flying up and like disorients them, I guess, if that's even a factor. But yeah, it's a really cool enchantment, and it should like save you every now and then from like a zombie horde. Because them zombies in the 1.6 update, they're relentless. But anyway, the next one is the Witherbane. You need a nether star, 2 nether quartz, and 3 soul sand. And the enchantment is decay, and basically it's a wither. It's the wither effect that wither skeletons and the wither boss put on you, and it's basically just doing damage over time to whoever it hits. Very simple. And last but not least, we have the Adminium Arc. And it does 999 attack damage, and obviously you have bedrock here, and you can't get bedrock in survival, as all of you know, so this is actually impossible to get in survival. But if you manage to like put it in an adventure map, it'll just wreck shit with it. And the enchantment set to it is stealth, so you just right click on it and you are now invisible. They can't see you. So yeah, that's the enchantment set to it. Just gonna drink milk. And yeah, so that's basically it for this mod. It's a really cool mod. I might be adding this in my single player survival let's play. Hint hint for future let's play. But yeah, it's a really cool mod. These swords are really cool, especially nice looking. Like some swords mod like just like recolored the diamond sword, but this just looks really nice. The best sword probably is the Iron sword and the Aether's Guard, because these two just look really badass. But yeah, anyway guys, I'd like to thank you for watching. More mod spotlights, showcases in the future. And as always guys, I'd like to thank you for watching. Xshinx here, signing out. Peace out.